Hello, we're glad to have you with us on this week's Explore Tulsa. Today we learn what a chief candyologist is when we stop in at Lolly and Pops at Woodland Hills Mall.
And we keep the yummy coming with a visit to Merritt's Bakery and find out where all that goodness comes from.
Then we'll walk off all those great sweets with a tour of the Phillips Petroleum Company Museum in Bartlesville.
Plus, we've got your caffeine fix too when we stop in at Tulsa Brewed Topeka Coffee.
Hi, I'm Brent Wheeler.
And I'm Stevie Fernandez.
And we are so excited that you decided to join us for this week's Explore Tulsa.
Just a reminder, all summer long, Video Revolution at 71st and Lewis is working with us to give away a TV a month.
Yes, and it's not just any TV, it's a 40-inch Sony Bravia TV. And all you have to do is wait for Stevie and I to tell you which one of our segments is the key to registering for that awesome prize.
Just keep watching. We're going to make it really easy for you to win.
But first, let's give a sweet tooth something to think about with a visit to Woodland Hills Mall and the new Lolly and Pops.
Lolly and Pops is a concept that is fairly new to the Tulsa area. We're 11 weeks old. And the idea of the store is that you're walking into an old-fashioned candy store anywhere in the world. There are a lot of stores like this still in the England area and whatnot. But as you enter each room, you'll notice that there are doorways on either side with bookcases. That way you're entering a different world each time you enter a different room. This is the Gumball Wonka room, and you can't miss it by the polka dots on the walls and the stripes and the Willy Wonka sayings on the wall. We also have the lovely lights that look like balloons coming from the sky. The idea of this room is everything Gumball, licorice, and Wonka. I don't know if ever you remember all the Wonka candy from your childhood, but we try to carry as much of it as possible that we can still get a hold of. And behind you right now is the Pez wall, which is fabulous. It, everybody loves Pez. It reaches all different age groups. The chocolate room has a more romantic look to it. It has the brown and orange undertones. It really makes you feel like you're in a room just embraced in chocolate. Not to mention, you walk in there and it just smells delicious like chocolate. We carry, a variety of foreign chocolates. Many are made in the USA. We have a chocolatier that we use for the predominant amount of our chocolate goods. And who doesn't like chocolate? It's very, very breathtaking when you get in there. The gummy bear room brings out so much excitement. The first thing you see is our fabulous 4-foot gummy bear. Where on earth do you find a golden gummy bear? And we give him homage. We also carry 5-pound gummy bears that you can eat. Now, you cannot eat our 4-foot gummy bear. The gummies there, we do have various flavors. We carry different brands. And gummies just, touch all age groups, whether you're 3 years old and you just want it because it's a gummy bear, or if you're the adult who remembers how delicious and fun they are. Our cupcakes are different in the fact that they are gourmet. Every single cupcake has something special about it, whether it's the fudge filling, the caramel filling, the cream cheese frosting, the buttercream frosting. They all have a signature touch. And this is really special to my heart. There's a young lady who is the ambassador for the Make-A-Wish Foundation. And I think the most special thing was helping her put together her Easter baskets for her siblings. It really touched my heart to get to know her and her family. And every day I go back to, that picture of she and I and that we had in the newspaper, and then the one that's on our website, and just it means everything to me. Lolly and Pops, we're the first of our kind. We're the flagship store of the chain Candyopolis, which is based in the Midwest. This is the brainchild of several people, but mainly one man, Sid Gupta, and he is like a little kid in a candy store when you meet him. He's just fantastic, and the passion that he had for developing this business was just incredible. The reason our owner chose Tulsa is he did a lot of research. It's very unique. this concept, and this area didn't have a candy store quite like this, because this is more than a candy store. It's an experience, and that's what we want. We want you to have a good time when you come in here. We want it something where you want to come back even if you're just looking, but we want to make sure that you leave with a sweet taste in your mouth. Tulsa is a beautiful city. It has a lot of rich history, which, you know, again, going back to our concept, that's what we want. We want the history and the beauty of the store to shine through, and Tulsa was the perfect area for it.
Chief Candyologist, now there's a job to have. I'd be singing that song all day long, though. The candy man makes everything he bakes satisfying and delicious. Jump in there, Brent.
Yeah, I'll jump right on in there. Hey, you know, talk about your childhood wishes. You could even eat the dishes.
Sing it, baby. Maybe the singing's not so sweet, but Lolly and Pops is your key to win. Just stop in at Video Revolution at 71st and Lewis and tell them you saw Lolly and Pops on Explore Tulsa. That'll register you to win a 40-inch Sony Bravio TV to be given away June 23rd.
That's right, Stevie, and you can also register online by visiting us at exploretulsachannel.com and send us an email with the same information at info@exploretulsachannel.com.
Stick around, there's more sweet treats just ahead when we stop in at Merritt's Bakery when Explore Tulsa continues. I better compare other TV prices on my cell phone. Hey, what are you doing there? Oh, I thought I had a text message or something. No worries. At Video Revolution, we encourage our customers to shop around for the best price. We'll even match it.
For 28 years, Video Revolution has offered service, features, and prices you won't find in a big box store.
You know, you look like Joe Pesci.
Hi everyone, this is Daryl with Oklahoma Biker. Be sure to watch Oklahoma Biker's Last Call on Tulsa's Channel 8.
We're so happy that you decided to continue watching us on Explore Tulsa today. You know, Stevie, family-operated businesses are a big part of the Tulsa economy.
And for the last 33 years, the husband and wife team of Bobby and Larry Merritt have been giving T-Town beautiful pastries that masterfully delight many of our senses.
That's right. Let's take a look at how these very talented folks put together these tasty treats.
We started in 1979. Bobby and Larry Merritt themselves started the bakery in this little cake shop, no more than 400 or 500 square feet, right across the street from where our Midtown store is right now. And we started out just doing birthday cakes and wedding cakes, and over the years they slowly added more and more products to where now we have over 300 different products that we carry in our stores each day.
My name is Bobby Merritt with Merritt's Bakery here in Tulsa. I am a co-owner and queen mother of the kitchen.
A lot of people come in our stores and they see stuff on the Food Network and different cake challenges and in magazines, and they want us to recreate it. And all those cakes are made out of fondant, and what's great about us is that we make everything in buttercream. It's edible, and we try to help each individual customer as best as we can and recreate ideas for them. 90% of what we do is all custom. Most people come in with their own ideas. We help them create it, and we make their day special.
It is a completely different look because it's not in fondant. Everybody's used to seeing fondant, which is rolled out like a pie crust and then cut out with little presses and knives and things, sort of like a cookie cutter. We do a lot of drawings. We do a lot of work that's normally done in fondant, only we do it in icing. It takes a lot of skill to do it in icing. The decorating process evolved pretty quickly after we first purchased the little cake shop. And we add to it all the time. All the time we're putting in new products and new designs and tweaking the design, making it better, changing the colors to a more modern color, a more modern design. We came into this production center with one kitchen so that we could walk through and see everything at one time, no matter what store it was going to. Everything is made in batches and distributed to the 3 stores. Everybody's cake is still individually done a couple of hours before it's to be picked up. In this building, there's somebody here almost 24 hours a day.
I've been part of the Merritt family for over 10 years now. Everyone is a family here. You know, all of our decorators work hand in hand every single day, and everybody just loves working with each other and being a part of the Merritt family. And, you know, the Merritts try really hard to make everybody feel like they're a part of the family.
A lot of people ask me when I'm out shopping or something because I have my name on my shirt, you know, they'll say, "Do you work at Merritt's Bakery?" And I say, "Well, I'm Mrs. Merritt." And they go, you know, they're just really surprised. And we started very young. I mean, we were very young, and so the biggest thing I get is that people don't think I'm old enough to be Mrs. Merritt.
Merritt's is special because our customer service is great. We really pride ourselves in people coming in and enjoying their donuts in the morning with their cup of coffee and spending time with their family and making it a family ritual here at Merritt's Bakery.
Variety is our main thing, our main draw, our main brand, if there is such a thing. When people walk into the stores, they're kind of amazed at, you know, they're kind of taken back by how many things are in the showcases, how many different things. And it makes it hard to choose, but everybody gets to choose something that they really like.
We also have brand new hot breakfast items that we've started carrying just within the past few months, where people come in and get a scrambled egg sandwich and biscuits and gravy, and then at lunchtime they can come in and get, you know, a custom sandwich that we make each day or a hot grilled sandwich every day, and it also comes with free dessert when you come buy your lunch at Merritt's Bakery.
Larry and I both were born in Tulsa, and we have always lived in Tulsa and raised our kids here. We actually have traveled around the country quite a bit, and honestly, Tulsa's the nicest town there is to be in. I mean, it's kind of fun to go someplace like Chicago or San Francisco and eat the food and hang out, but we're always happy to get off the plane and be in Tulsa. We are never disappointed in Tulsa. It's always the best. We love to visit with everybody. A lot of times we will make a product that's unusual just so that we can visit with people and talk about something new, and maybe they haven't had that product since they were a child back in New York, but we like bringing it in. There's a lot of products that we make that are from other countries or other parts of the country, and we introduce it to Tulsa first, and we enjoy that. We like different things.
We have 3 locations here in Tulsa, Oklahoma, the one at 101st and Riverside, 71st and Garnett, and 15th and Harvard. We're open Monday through Saturday, 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. Come see us.
Whoa, Stevie, those pastry designers are amazing, and those cakes are really beautiful.
So beautiful, you almost don't want to cut into them, but they taste so good.
Merritt's has 3 locations, and to find the one nearest you, visit merrittsbakery.com.
Next, we look into another local family business that not only helped shape Tulsa, but also had a hand in making an entire industry. Coming up when Explore Tulsa continues.
Hi, I'm Mike Winkle, Sales Director for Tulsa Truck Works. When you come into Tulsa Truck Works, you'll be instantly thrilled with a complete line of accessories available for your pickup truck. We are Tulsa's best choice for truck accessories, specializing in the brands and professional installation that you can rely upon without fail. Best of all, we install what we sell and can coordinate a complete redo of your truck, van, or SUV. Come see us at 9300 East Broken Arrow Expressway or call us at 628-6700.
Thank you so much for staying with us on Explore Tulsa. You know, Stevie, it's really no secret that Tulsa has so many of its roots well placed by the oil industry.
And to learn more just how deep those roots lie, you only need to hop in the car for a trip to Bartlesville and the Phillips Petroleum Company Museum.
If you head 53 miles north of Tulsa, you'll find a very interesting story and a museum that is not only worth the drive, but also explains many of the roots that help make Oklahoma famous. One of 12 children, Frank Phillips, was born on November 28, 1873 in Nebraska. His parents later moved the family to Iowa after grasshoppers ruined their farm. At age 14, Frank persuaded a barber in nearby Creston, Iowa, to teach him how to be a barber. 10 years later, he owned all 3 barber shops in Creston. One of those shops was in the basement of a bank in Creston. The bank's president, John Gibson, always liked Frank and his business sense. Gibson must have been very very impressed because Frank married Gibson's daughter Jane in 1897. Gibson then asked his son-in-law to join him in the bond business. By 1903, Gibson and brothers Frank and L.E. Phillips discovered that the Osage Indian tribe west of Bartlesville was supposed to be rich in oil that no one had discovered yet. So the three of them organized the Anchor Oil and Gas Company. They opened an office in Bartlesville in 1905 and tried to drill for oil every time, coming up with nothing until September 6, 1905. A well they called the Anna Anderson gushed, spewing oil into the air and finally making their little company prosper. The Anna Anderson was the first of 80 consecutive producing wells drilled by the Phillips brothers. They incorporated Phillips Petroleum Company on June 13, 1917, as the new company had assets of $3 million, 27 employees, and land throughout Oklahoma and Kansas. As you tour the museum, you'll find that marked only the beginning for the company's pioneering spirit led by Frank Phillips's philosophy about business. As he often said, our company is kept out in front because we feel that the best available methods are not good enough. We start developing new ones. And that they did over and over again. While most companies found little use for natural gas they discovered while drilling for oil, the Phillips brothers turned it into a valuable resource. In 1917, the company opened the first natural gas line plant for extracting liquid byproducts from natural gas, which allowed those byproducts to be used in motor fuels. Walking through the museum, you'll find the aviation department was formed in 1926, which highlighted the company's growing role in air travel. By 1927, the company was pumping 55,000 barrels a day from its more than 2,000 wells in Texas and Oklahoma. 1927 also marked the year Phillips began marketing gasoline through the first of more than 10,000 service stations. Another area of the museum, you'll find it devoted to the ambassadors of the Phillips spirit of performance. The 1920s also found the company forming one of the most successful amateur basketball teams in our nation's history. The team would travel the country for more than 40 years, winning 11 AAU titles and placing many Phillips 66er players on Olympic basketball teams. As you further discover the museum, you'll find that Phillips began to leave its mark on the aviation industry too, by designing the first aviation refueling trucks and developing a new, lighter, more efficient Phillips aviation fuel that powered the first flight between the United States and Hawaii. Frank led the company as its president until 1939. He retired as chairman of the board in 1949 and passed away a year later at the age of 76. He became a nationally known businessman, but he never lost his ties to ordinary people. Throughout his life, he used his wealth to benefit others and would often tell folks, as I quote, "One of my greatest regrets is that our organization has grown so big that I can no longer sit down on the edge of a derrick floor or some other equally inviting place and chat with each of you about the things that go on behind the scenes in our company." The company that Frank Phillips founded continues to excel in research and development. In 1975, the company received its 10,000th patent. 94 years later, we know it as ConocoPhillips, the sixth largest publicly traded oil company in the world and the third largest in the U.S. Now based in Houston, their history is honored in Bartlesville at the Phillips Petroleum Company Museum.
Yeah, Stevie, it's hard to believe that Frank Phillips started Phillips Petroleum from a barber's chair.
Guess that's why George Burns once said, all people that know how to run this country are busy cutting hair.
And it was David Letterman that said, if it weren't for coffee, I'd have no identifiable personality whatsoever.
So let's brew one up for you with Topeka Coffee next when Explore Tulsa continues.
For a taste of Italy in Tulsa, may we recommend Ti Amo. For 20 years, Tulsa diners have come to Ti Amo for the very best in authentic Italian and Mediterranean dishes. With a dining room perfectly suited for single diners or groups and an incomparable menu, it's easy to see why Ti Amo has been voted best Italian restaurant in Tulsa. Ti Amo now with 2 locations, 61st and Sheridan, and our new downtown location on the northeast corner of 3rd and Cheyenne. Ti Amo, fine dining at an affordable price.
There's more than a new look at Guitar House of Tulsa. The new amp room with Gensbenz, Orange, and Mesa Boogie you won't find anywhere else in Tulsa. Expanded guitar and bass sections with Paul Reed Smith, Spector, Music Man, Ibanez, Jackson, Taylor, Takamine, Alvarez, plus a nice selection of vintage guitars. And Tulsa's exclusive Martin Marquis dealer. Best instructors in Green Country with never a lesson sign-up fee. Ask about their 3-month layaways and financing. Guitar House of Tulsa. They'll keep you strumming along. On Admiral east of Sheridan, online at guitarhouseoftulsa.com.
Hello, it means a lot to us that you chose to stick around for more Explore Tulsa. You know, Stevie, this is an amazing statistic, but in the U.S. alone, there are over 150 million daily coffee drinkers.
Let me do the math on that real quick. That's over 400 million cups per day, making us the leading consumer of coffee in the whole world. No wonder the family behind Becca Coffee are so excited about their own very special blend.
Let's check in with John Gabarino to learn how Tulsa is waking up the world.
Coffee is the second largest traded commodity in the world, only second to oil. And a lot of people don't know this, but coffee farms were going out of business left and right back around 2001, 2002. And my mother-in-law was struggling with the farm, and it's something that had been a tradition in their family for 150 years, and came to my brother-in-law and myself and asked us for help. So we all put our heads together, put our wallets together and our hearts, and started working hard to try to solve a problem that was as big as the coffee industry. Typically, coffee is grown by someone, it's picked and harvested and processed by another. It is imported, exported by another. Many times it's bought by someone that has no intention to ever touch it, that sits in New York on Wall Street and trades it as a commodity, and then it goes to a roaster maybe, and then hopefully to a consumer. So it goes through lots of different hands. And so it wasn't necessarily that we believed that the coffee industry was a bad industry, but we weren't making money in it. So we decided to start investing and cutting the middle guy out. Initially, we actually were able to get really good deals for freight, and we roasted and imported by air. It took about 2 days to get the coffee here. After 9/11, importing and freight got a lot more difficult and a lot more expensive, so we decided to invest in a roaster and a roastery here in Oklahoma. We recently bought this facility early last year and spent the first 9 months of last year fixing it up. Finally feel like we're in a place that we can call home, that we can grow with, and provides us with the facilities that we need to consistently maintain the quality coffee that we and our customers demand. Literally from the point of planting the little seed to grow into a big coffee tree, to roasting the coffee and pouring the cup, no one touches it other than us. We grow it, we pick it, we process it, we import, export. When we import, export, they all come in bags like this that hold about 100 to 150 pounds. They come in containers that are 20 foot long. 35,000 pounds is about the maximum you can put in and allow to be driven on the roads. The storage facility that we built that is a climate controlled bean storage, it maintains the temperature perfect for coffee beans. Coffee beans are essentially a seed, and the longer you can keep it, the beans longer, as long as you maintain the conditions, the temperature and the humidity and the airflow, allows the coffee beans to be, the quality to be stored longer. One of the biggest problems with coffee is that you can start off with the very best beans in the world, and if you don't have a good barista is just a server. If you don't have a good barista that's well trained, that knows how to produce produce a good espresso or a good cup of coffee, then you'll end up with a bad cup of coffee. And as a wholesale roaster, we want to provide it benefits us to provide our customers with the facilities and the knowledge that is necessary to get their baristas up to a level where they can produce exceptional quality. Petty's was our first, one of our very first ventures. Whole Foods and all the research, every single research in Oklahoma. The freshest place is probably here. We have some customers that come in here and want it literally roasted that day. the first place probably here. The second first place is going to be the Mayo or the Hyatt. We just opened up the Hyatt or Joe Bott's. We try to maintain everything that is sold at those places within 10 days. And those specific places, if it's older than 10 days, we actually take it back from those locations and replenish them with fresher coffee. My goal from the beginning has always been to develop something that is not huge, but is big enough that it doesn't depend on me. That my job, I feel, is to provide my employees with the resources and the knowledge and the training to shine themselves and to learn and to explore and to really excel in what they feel they find a passion for. Coffee is one of the most enjoyable industries to work in because it is so easy to find people that are passionate about what they do. You know, it's you actually enjoy and want to wake up in the morning and go to work. It's a lot of hard work. I think when I first started, we had a little kiosk at Petty's, and I worked for about a year and a half, about 100 to 120 hours a week, nonstop. I worked Christmas, Christmas Eve. I worked every single day from about 6 in the morning to about 12, 1 in the morning. But, you know, it got me to where I am today, and I like where I am today.
Wow, Stevie, it is amazing to see how Topeka coffee is really growing so fast.
And you heard John, it also takes a very special talent to learn how to make the coffee for the consumer. To find out how you can be a great barista, visit TopekaCoffee.com.
And stay close, there's more Explore Tulsa just ahead.
Hi, I'm Jamie Harris with Qantas Creative. Did you know that Qantas Creative provides IT services? That's right. We specialize in the full gamut of IT solutions, including structured cabling for data, voice, and video, as well as full network architecture and setup. Our IT services are unmatched because we're a one-stop shop for IT solutions. Is your business ready to take advantage of new opportunities and emerging technologies? Qantas Creative offers IT solutions tailored to your business to save you time and money. We'll work with business owners of any size business, from new ones still working out of their home to businesses with dozens of locations. With more than 2 decades of experience in IT services, our technicians can offer you outstanding, cost-effective service for all IT applications. Let the Qantas Creative team help you with your IT needs today. Call us at 918-794-2758 or visit us online at QantasCreative.com. That's QantasCreative.com.
Remember to stop in at Video Revolution and tell them you saw Lolly and Pops on Explore Tulsa, and you'll be registered to win a 40-inch Sony Bravio TV to be given away June 23rd.
That's right, and you can also email us your entry by visiting ExploreTulsaChannel.com. And Stevie, that's all we have time for on this week's show, so special thanks to Larissa LaFleur, the chief candyologist at Lolly and Pops.
Thanks, too, to the Austin pastry chefs at Merritt's Bakery and the folks at Phillips Petroleum Company Museum.
And also special thanks to John Gavarino and his family at Topeka Coffee.
Remember, if you missed any of the show, you can always catch us at ExploreTulsaChannel.com.
And as always, each week we feature the people, the places, and attractions that make us proud to call Tulsa our home.
Hey, don't forget to like us on Facebook. Share with us someone you think Tulsa should know more about. Plus, remember, Explore Tulsa, always brought to you by Video Revolution, located on the northwest corner of 71st and Lewis.
And if you're looking for any home audio, home video, or HD TVs,
or you just want to check out the latest in 3D entertainment,
please stop by and say hello to Ron and the guys for all your home entertainment needs. And Stevie and I will see you next week right here on Explore Tulsa.